Good morning, my Storytime friends. Hello, how are you today? It's so good to see you on this Tuesday morning. Good morning. Hello, how are you? Miss Lynn here at the Prairie Public Library, coming to you live from the Storytime room. It's so good to see all of you. Good morning. Hello. Let's see who's here with us this morning. Oh, good morning, Colin. Hello, how are you today? It's good to see you this morning. Hello. Oh, and good morning, Ophelia and Oliver. Hello, how are you today? It's good to see you this morning. Hello. Oh, and good morning, Annalise. Hello, how are you today? And yes, I'll say hi to Abby and Dylan. Good morning, Annalise. Oh, and good morning and happy spring to you as well, Mara and Sienna. I think that might be a clue to our story time today. That's right. I'm glad to see you today. Good morning. Oh, and good morning, Grayson. Hello, and how are you today? Good morning. I'm glad to see you. Good morning. And good morning, Hannah. Hello, and how are you today? I'm glad to see you this morning. Hello. And good morning, Allie. Hello, and how are you today? It's good to see you this morning. Good morning. Good morning, Teddy and Ellie. Hello, and how are you today? Good morning. Oh, and good morning, CJ. Hello, and how are you today? It's good to see you today. Oh, and good morning, Everett. Hello, and how are you today? It's good to see you out there. Good morning, Etta. Hello, and how are you today? It's good to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us. Oh, it's so good to see all of you on this Tuesday morning. Let's go ahead and get started with our story time song, and more friends can keep on joining us, right? That's right. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. Excuse me. It's story time. It's story time. Are you ready for story time? No. First, you gotta shake the wiggles out of my toes, out of my fingers, and out of my nose. Then I look around for my special place, and I sit right down with a great big smile on my face. Good smiles. Then I stick my legs out in front of me, or I cross them like a pretzel. 1, 2, 3. It's story time. It's story time. Are you ready for story time? No. Then I give a little giggle from down inside. I open my ears and my eyes so wide. It's real still. You can't hear me because I'm as quiet as a mouse. I'm as quiet as can be. It's story time. It's story time. Are you ready for story time? Yes, we're ready. All right. Okay. Well, I told you, Mara and Sienna actually had an idea for what story time might be about because they said, Happy Spring. I know. Did we switch seasons officially? Did we go from winter to spring? So our stories today are about moving from winter to spring. Now, we might need to talk a little bit about winter in our story time today. A little bit. We're going to talk about going into spring because it officially changed on the calendar from winter to spring. It's called the spring equinox. That's when we changed from winter to spring. And our very first book is called Spring for Sophie by Yael, Werber, and Jen Hill, published by Simon & Schuster and read with permission. Oh, that doesn't look like springtime, does it? Oh, what season does that look like? That's right, that looks like winter. Well, before spring, what is it? It's winter. When will spring be here? Sophie asked her mom. Spring comes slowly, her mom told her. How will I know when spring is coming? The first way to tell if spring is coming is to listen for it. When you hear the birds start to sing their songs to each other, that's when you know spring is coming. That's what spring sounds like. Can you listen for spring? Can you listen for it? So, Sophie listened. She listened in the mornings when she played with her sister in the snow, and she listened in the evenings when she helped her dad collect wood for the fire. At first, she couldn't hear anything except for how quiet the world was when it was covered in snow. But one day, as she walked with her mom to get the mail, she heard the first chirps. Every day, she heard more and more, first the chickadees, then the mourning doves and the robins. Soon, she could hear all kinds of birds calling to each other, announcing that spring was coming. But outside, it was still snowy and cold. How will I know when spring is getting even closer? Sophie asked. You'll have to use your feet, her dad said. When you start to feel the ground getting softer and muddy, that's when you'll know spring is getting even closer. That's what spring feels like. So Sophie paid extra attention to her feet. When she walked in the woods with her dad, the ground was still slippery and hard, and she had to hold her dad's hand. When she walked shadow with her mom, everything still felt icy. But then one day, the ground felt softer than before, and the snow was slushier, and pretty soon her boots started sinking into the ground instead of slipping on top of it. Sophie felt spring getting closer. But it's still not spring, Sophie said. And she sighed when she had to put on her hat and gloves to go outside. How will I know when spring is really here? Well, Sophie, you'll have to use your eyes and your nose to tell you that spring is here, her mom said. You'll have to watch and wait until you see the snow start to melt. And you'll have to wait until the air begins to smell like earth and rain. And that's when you'll know spring is here. That's what spring looks and smells like. Oh, can you take a big sniff? Do you smell spring? So Sophie watched. Oh, do you see spring coming? Do you see it? She watched as the ice melted off the lake and the snow turned to puddles in her yard. She watched as flowers pushed up from the ground and showed their stems. And she watched as new moss covered the rocks in the woods. She saw the world turn from white to green. And then one day, after the snow had melted, Sophie smelled the air. She quickly put on her rain boots and raincoat and ran outside. Sophie looked up the sky as the rain started to fall. Sophie, what are you doing? Her dad called. Sophie stuck out her tongue to catch the raindrops. Now I know spring is here, she called, because this is what spring tastes like. And off she goes into spring. Did Sophie use all her senses to find spring? Yeah. Did she listen with her ears and look with her eyes, smell with her nose, taste with her tongue, and feel under her feet? She used all 5 senses. That's right. Do you feel spring out there? It's finally spring, isn't it? Some days are warmer and some days are colder. But spring is here, just like it came for Sophie. Let's read one other one about how we can figure out if spring is here. This one's a little bit different about finding spring. This one was new just a little while ago, just last year. It's called Goodbye Winter, Hello Spring by Kenard Pak and read with permission from Henry Holtz. No, do you see kind of winter off to the side here? It's like walking into green. Looks like we have to start. What season are we starting in again? That's right, winter. Are we all done with winter now? I hope so, right? I hope so. Hello, winter night. Hello, snow. Hello, from high up in the sky. I drift down, 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 down. I fall through the sycamore branches. I fall onto a husky's bushy tail. Hello, frozen pond. Hello, sleeping fish. Hello. We huddle for a winter sleep over our frozen ceiling. The wind sweeps away snowy dust. Hello, glass house. Hello, I'm cold inside. The swaying trees through my glass panels are like the tall, slender ghosts. The last logs are draped with snow. Hello, winter brook. Hello, rocks and sticks are frozen in the ice along my curving banks. Hello, footprints in the snow. Hello, we disappear as the snow covers us. Hello, trees. Hello, our thin arms shudder and lash in the rising snowstorm. Hello, empty nest. Hello, against the striking winds, my twigs stay together. Hello, winter storm. I howl. Can you howl like a winter storm? Woo! Do you see anything that might start to change? Good morning, orange-soaked hills. Good morning. We glow at dawn. Hello, early light. I illuminate everything around you. Hello, slush and snow. Hello, in the sunlight I soak into the cold ground. In the shadow I stay still and icy. Hello, winter thaw. Hello, new leaves. Hello, waking animals. Hello, bright sun. I warm the land. Do you see the bright sun up there? Do you see the bright sun up in the sky? Hello, budding flowers. Hello, bright blue pond. Hello, running brook. Hello, green grass all over. Hello, robins. Hello, our petals blossom. The fish are awake. Streams run down the hills. Morning dew is on the meadows. The birds have come back. Goodbye, winter. Hello, spring. Yeah, we're ready to say goodbye to winter and hello to spring, aren't we? Now, one thing we saw in both books to say goodbye to winter and hello to spring, what's one animal that we saw in both books? Can you think of an animal that we saw in both books? They're kind of small. Can you think of one? We saw bird. That's right. They both talked about birds coming back. And I have a counting rhyme for us about birds. Let's see if you can help me find our birds. We're going to use our fingers to count. Okay. Oh, and we're going to see if we can figure out what kind of birds we have too. We're going to start with how many? How many? One. That's right. One little bird with feathers of blue flew beside the robin. There's a robin. And then there were how many? Two. That's right. Two little birds singing in the tree. Which bird is this? Cardinal came to join them. And then there were how many? Three. That's right. Three little birds wishing there were more. along came the goldfinch. And then there were, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. You got it. 4 little birds, happy to be alive, found a red-winged blackbird. And then there were, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little birds, happy as can be, singing beautiful songs just for you and me. Oh, good job. Let's try that one more time. Let's see if you remember what kind of birds we have and how many. Ready? We're going to start with our bluebird. That's right. 1 little bird with feathers of blue flew beside the, who's this? Robin. And then there were 2 little birds singing in the tree. The cardinal came to join them. And then there were 3 little birds wishing there were more. Along came a goldfinch. And then there were 4 little birds, happy to be alive, found a red-winged blackbird. And then there were 5 little birds, happy as can be, singing beautiful songs just for you and me. Oh, good job counting and with your birds. Give yourself a big round of applause. Yeah! No, let's find another bird with My Spring Robin by Rockwell and Harlow Rockwell and Lizzy Rockwell. It's a whole family that wrote this book. And published by Simon & Schuster and read with permission. Yeah. A robin sang a song for me every day last summer. I liked that robin. But in the fall, my robin flew away. My father said it would come back in the spring. So when spring came, look, they're looking at the calendar. It says March. That's the month we're in right now. I went looking for my spring robin. I saw a bee taking honey from a crocus, but I didn't see my robin. I looked into the yellow forsythia bush, but my robin wasn't there. My robin was not sitting high up in the branches of the magnolia tree. In the fern garden behind our outdoor table, fuzzy fiddleheads were sprouting in last year's wet brown leaves. But I didn't see my robin there. I saw a tiny toad. It hopped behind a clump of daffodils to hide from me. Do you see the tiny toad? I looked high up into the sky to see if my robin was flying back to me. Drops of rain fell on my face, and our neighbor's cat ran home. After the shower, I picked a little bunch of purple violets for my mother. I watched a shiny earthworm wriggle up out of the ground. Do you see the worm? Yeah. And then I heard it. I heard that song. Chirrup, chirly, chirrup, chirly, chirrup, chirly. I knew who was singing that song. It was my spring robin. Her robin came back. When the robins come back, then you know it's really spring. Yeah. Well, you know someone else who wakes up in the spring. Do you know someone else who wakes up in the spring? Someone who sleeps in the winter and wakes up in the spring. Who is that? Let's think. Is it Bear? Yeah. Does Bear sleep in the winter? He hibernates. And then he wakes up in the spring. That's right. Well, I wonder if you can do a little song with me before we read our next story. Do you think you can? Okay. I bet some of you know the little bunny song about the bunny sleeping. This is like the little bunny song, but we're going to do it about little bears sleeping. Are you guys ready? Are you all ready, my friends? Are my friends ready out there? Okay. To start, you have to pretend like you're sleeping. Can you pretend? Okay, it goes like this. See the little bears sleeping until spring. Come with me and wake them with a merry ring. Hush so still, are they ill? No! Wake up! Wake up, little bears, stretch your paws and growl, growl, growl. Oh, did you growl? Oh, let's try it again. Ready? See the little bears sleeping until spring. Come with me and wake them with a merry ring. Hush so still, are they ill? No! Wake up! Wake up, little bears. Stretch your paws and growl, growl, growl. Give yourself a big round of applause. Yeah! Good job stretching and growling. Oh, and you know why bear growls in the spring? Why do you think? Do you think he's just grumpy? Or do you think he's hungry? That's right. Bear is hungry to put food in his tummy after sleeping all winter long. Let's give Bear Once More by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. Read with permission from Simon & Schuster. Let's see what Bear wants to eat. When springtime comes in his warm winter den, a bear wakes up, very hungry and thin. He waddles outside and roots all around. He digs and he paws fresh shoots from the ground. He nibbles on his lawn till the last blade is grown. But the bear wants more. Mouse scampers by with his acorn pail. Come along, Mouse squeaks, to Strawberry Vale. So up Mouse hops onto Bear's big back. They tromp through the woods for a fresh fruit snack. The berries grow sweet and they eat. But the bear wants more. The noon sun glows when along hops Hare. Good day, friend Mouse. How do, friend Bear? I'm hungry, roars Bear. Hare says, follow me. There's a fresh clover patch by the cottonwood tree. They nibble on their lunch with the crunch, crunch, crunch. But the bear wants more. Badger shuffles by with his new fishing pole. There's a fine fish feast at the old fishing hole. They head to the pond and they sit by the shore. Bear catches fish, but he still wants more. Meanwhile, back at the big bear's den, we Gopher and Mole with Raven and Wren. They bake honey cakes. They decorate the lair. It's a springtime party for their good friend Bear. Bear rubs at his tummy. He smells something yummy. And he still wants more. Bear sniffs and he snuffles as a sweet breeze blows. He romps to his home. He follows his nose. His friends yell, surprise, when he gets to his den. But Bear is so big that he can't fit Bear wails, "What luck! I am stuck in my own front door." Mouse squeaks, "Poor bear, he is wedged too tight." Hare tugs, Raven pushes with all of their might. Badger gets a stick and he pries so hard that bear pops out and he lands in his yard. Since bear is so wide, they party outside. And he still wants more. Hold that, bear. Bear opens presents. He gobbles honey cakes. He eats so much that his big tummy aches. He snuggles in his grass and he snores big snores. He is full, but his friends want more. Did Bear eat up all the food? He did. He filled up his tummy. Now his friends need some food to eat. That bear. You know what? There's a new bear book coming out. I can't wait to get it. And maybe I can share that one with you in a few weeks. Bear is one of my favorites. Well, you all did a great job listening in Storytime today. Give yourself a big round of applause. Yeah! I wanted to remind you about our preschool programming and obey kits that we have available. We do have a form right on our website now that you can request those. Our newest one is called Bugs and Buds, which is perfect for the change into springtime. So you can go online and request that and get it all set up to pick up in our drive-through window. You can also go online and do a librarian's choice form. So like if you know you want books on Bugs and Buds or spring, but you don't know how to find them in the catalog, you aren't sure what titles you want, just put in a request and we are happy to pull lots of books for you. You can do early readers, you can do picture books, you can do board books, you can do nonfiction, you can do chapter books. We can get you teen books. If you've got an older kid, we can even get grown-ups books. Anything you want, we are happy to pull books for you, especially if you don't know what titles you're looking for, but you kind of have an idea of what kind of books you like. We love pulling books together for all our library friends out there. So just send us a message and we will get those for you. And we can set up a drive-through appointment so you can pick them up. Now, if you have books that you've placed on hold and they're waiting on our hold shelf, you can set up your own drive-through appointment just by clicking on Computer on our website, and you can set up your own time when you have holds waiting for you. All right. Don't forget our last Window Shopping Wednesday is tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Then we'll be moving to a different format to introduce new books off of our new bookshelf. So hopefully we will see you all again soon. Hopefully we will start having much nicer spring weather soon, and we will see you as it gets nicer out. All right, everyone, take care, stay healthy, and hopefully we get to enjoy the nice weather soon. Bye now.